Hey, before we start this wonderful episode with comedian Nick Thune. Nick Thune, actually a guy who can really play guitar, unlike Jason. I'm here with Farside's going to do the intro with me. A lot of our fans don't like our intros.
Yeah, and I'm here to win you over.
Oh, really? Like, because you're the talent and people like the intro now?
People like my intros. Hey, everybody, this is Eddie Ift. How's everybody doing? I'm here with Eddie Ift. And we're here to talk about podcasts. If you buy our podcast through donations, you're going to get gifts, DVDs, CDs, Blu-ray discs, PCP. We'll give you whatever you want. We'll make sure you get it. Just do us a favor. We don't get money. But I'm Crazy Eddie. We got cars. You donate $1,000. You can come down here to the Rake Cottage. We'll make sure you leave with a brand new Volvo. We're going to club a seal if you don't do anything. I'm going to rape this chimpanzee from the movie Chimpanzee if you're not out here.
Why did you just get a southern accent in the middle of it?
I don't know, because Crazy Eddie sounds a little like this, like he'd have a southern accent. He's a little uncomfortable. He rapes children. He will rape children if you do not donate. If you are not at the live show, you are a dumb idiot. That is a double negative. You are smart, and then I'm going to fucking insult you some more. You're going to get raped by Jason. That's right. He's in Tennessee right now picking up them guns. He's going to show up to your house. He knows exactly who bought tickets. You're on the good list. Everyone else is on the naughty list. You find out if you're on the naughty list if you get shot in the face. The live show is in Vegas on the Sunset Strip on June 14th. And that is a Thursday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We do this shit on business days. We're not fucking around.
Where do they get tickets?
You can get tickets on the website, www.dimandeddytalkshit. Go fuck yourself. We're going to find you. Why am I threatening everybody?
Because that's what I do. What's our Facebook?
We have a Facebook. If you know the show, you know the Facebook. If you know the show, you better follow the Twitter, because on the Twitter we got Farside and other fellas saying funny things, and they sometimes retweet, "You started a war with a Baldwin brother, and now we're blocked off the Twitter network."
What's our Twitter?
Twitter at .com/Talkin Shit News. That is not an accent. There is no G. It's TALKINSHITNEWS. That's a plural to the news. Don't forget it.
Is there anything else we have to tell them?
Have a nice day.
But what about this episode?
Nick Thune is here, and he's very funny. He has a long beard and wears glasses. And he didn't bring his guitar, so
shut the fuck up. Let's start.
Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie talk shit. Jim and Eddie talk shit.
Welcome to Talkin' Shit with Jim Jeffries, Eddie Ift. I am Eddie Ift. That's Jim Jeffries, and we've got a guest tonight, Nick Thune.
That's my new catchphrase.
Nick Thune, what's your catchphrase?
Me?
Yeah, don't you have a catchphrase?
Yeah, I do. On stage?
Yeah, what's your catchphrase?
Yeah, it's just a smile.
Okay.
I do catch, like, facial expressions.
All right. Jason Auer doesn't have a catchphrase. He doesn't have a job on the show anymore. No, Jason's gone. He's officially, tomorrow he leaves for Tennessee on a plane. Jim and I put him on a plane to Tennessee.
That he bought the day of.
Yeah.
We've told him for weeks.
I was like, you should go home and see your mom. Jim and I will take care of it.
I said, when are you getting a plane ticket? He goes, "Don't get into me." That's his exact words. I said, when are you getting? I said, look, just take it from someone who flies a lot. You got to get him, not like on the day.
Well, it's not coming out of his wallet.
Yeah, no. and he comes over yesterday and goes, so when are we going to get that plane ticket? And I go, when are you going? He goes, tomorrow.
Oh,
and I go, you don't buy a plane ticket the day before? He goes, yeah. So he's got to go to Tennessee, Johnson City, Tennessee. I go, it's like thousands of dollars to fly into Johnson City. He goes, well, I was thinking I could go to Cincinnati. I go, I looked it up. I go, it's 5 hours away. How are you going to get there? I got a friend. No, Jason. I go, why not Charlotte? It's 3 hours away. He goes, because I don't have a friend there. Then he goes, I have a fan who will come pick me up.
Oh, that's a nightmare.
He has a fan coming to Charlotte.
From the show, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this.
So really it's one of your fans.
So did he Twitter, "I need a lift"? Because when I first started doing comedy, and I should bring this back, but when I first got to Britain, we'll get back to the story. When I first got to the UK, And I used to be like, I could do a gig for like $100 in some pub, £100 in some pub, right? But if I got a hotel room, it'd be like £60 for the night in the shittiest hotel room. So I thought, I can't do both because the train ticket's going to cost me £50. I'm going to be out. So I used to do the set. They used to, like, I'd be headlining or whatever. At the end of the set, I'd go, if anyone's got a sofa I can sleep on, that would be great, right? And then I'd stand at the door and I'd get like 8 or 9 offers. People were really good. And then you just start selecting. It was the best way to pick up chicks ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because chicks would just go, hey, you can come and stay with us. And then you just sort of, and then there would always be like a nice elderly couple. It's like, we have a spare room. And the chicks are like, we have a floor. And you're like, I think I'm going to stay with them.
Yeah, I'm a floor guy.
Yeah. and muzzle my way
my
in.
back's bad, and it's better if I sleep on a floor and also
Yeah.
get a blowjob.
But one time, this girl, she was like a little fucking cute 20-year-old chick. She goes, yeah, you can come and stay with me. And I'm like, fucking great, right? And I get back to the house, and then it's like, here's a spare room. Got to be quiet because I live with my parents. so then I'm sitting in some room that's got like doilies on the bed, and I'm just laying there staring at the ceiling going, this didn't work out. I should have gone back with those guys that had drugs.
She wasn't in the room with you.
No, she wasn't in the room with me.
Yeah.
She just put me in her like fucking this dodgy room that used to have like a baby in it. You know, like really creepy.
Yeah.
And then the parents are like, who are you? And I was like,
In the morning.
and I was like, yeah. They were like, this is in the morning. They go, who are you? And I was like, your daughter came to my comedy show. And I remember the dad going, so this comedy thing going well for you?
I never did that after a gig, but we were like on a road trip, like after college, a buddy of mine, we were in Atlanta and we didn't have a place to stay. So we just tried to like meet girls that would like let us stay at their place. And I remember these girls let us come home with them, this one girl, and she lived with a group of girls. And we were just sleeping on the couch. We weren't hooking up. And I remember the girl like sitting across from us in like a sit-up chair, and like she wasn't like lying back or anything or reclining. She was sitting in the chair, and I go, "What are you doing? Like, why don't you go up to bed?" She goes, "My friends are making me watch you guys, so you don't steal anything."
Oh, yeah. You're on shifts. They were sleeping for a bit, and the next one comes down.
It's like, but we're sleeping on the couch, and she's like looking at us. I'm like, "How long are you gonna stay up?" She's
But
like,
you know what that says would say to me? Because I've never stolen anything from someone's house, right? But that would say to me, what have they got that's so good?
Yeah.
What do I want in this room?
Silverware.
who would let somebody? I don't know. I just would never let anybody. Well, wait, I let Jason come live with me.
My point to this story is that it can backfire on you hanging out with fans. The amount of Twitters that I have from guys, and like I appreciate my fans, all very nice and everything, but they do write things to me like, "Hey, when you come to Oklahoma, the coke's on me." And I'm like, there's no amount of cocaine that wants me to hang out with this guy. like to sit up all night, paranoid, chatting to him.
Yeah, like if somebody comes up to you afterwards and says, "Do you want pot?" It's like, I would love some pot if you give it to me and walk away right now.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do is listen to the mixtape in your car.
I had one guy on stage say, he goes, I said, where's everyone going afterwards? What's the good bars to go to in this town? And they go, come something. And this guy went, I've got the coke, Jim. And I went, do you really? And he goes, yep. And I said, all right, give it to me now. Like on stage. And he goes, no. I go, put it on the end of a key and I'll do a bump right now. And he's there going, no. And I go, you don't have any, do you? And he went, no.
He was basically what he does to pick up every girl. He just did to you.
That kind of sounded like Jason when he went, no.
What was he going to do if he got you to where he was taking you? That's the question.
Talk your ear
I
off.
would have done a bump on stage if he forced the matter. And then if some cops there was said, oh, it's part of my show. He's a guy. He's a prop. And that's what I do. To act like a tough guy.
That was movie coke.
The worst is a drink when
Have
they
you
say.
done movie coke?
Yeah.
Movie coke is worse than real coke.
Well, because putting anything into your nose that doesn't going to make you feel good.
In the legit pilot, I don't know what it was. It was like that vitamin B shit. Mm-hmm. And so I was doing coke, and the whole scene was cut out, but I was doing bumps of coke, and people were going, I don't sniff too much of that. And I thought, well, it looks weird if I just like sniff next to it. I was shoving this vitamin B powder up my nose. It was stinging, and then I just started vomiting in the corner, just dry retching. And I was like, can anyone get me some actual coke? I've never started vomiting halfway through actual coke.
We need to get Jeff some Coke on set. That's the thing, though, about that. I've never done real Coke, so as far as I know, B12 is the best.
I drank.
I've never done Coke either, but I've done the cop thing where you lick your finger, or you put it in your finger and then put it on your gums.
Why?
I don't know. I was at a party in high school and these guys had Coke and they're like, try it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And they're like, come on. And I thought, and the guy goes, just put it on your gums and it'll give you an idea of what it's going to feel like.
Yeah, it doesn't do much.
No, but it did numb it up a bit. Like,
Well, it will numb your gums up. So dentists have things that will numb your gums up. And you've never walked out of the dentist going, that was awesome.
Depends on what kind of pills they give you.
They give you that gas. The gas is good.
The gas is good.
So-
You can get some Percocets
So
too.
tell me more. So Jason's got a guy in Charlotte that he obviously tweeted out to his Charlotte fans.
Well,
I just
If
checked
he's
his
listening,
Twitter
can you keep
and
us updated?
wait, it gets
Hang on.
better. It gets better.
Jesse's got something?
I checked his Twitter. He didn't put any tweets on.
No,
or
he's
about
been talking to this guy online because apparently the guy
Direct message.
was going to send flowers to his mom. He's like, he's a really good guy. He lives.
That's not creepy.
The guy lives. The guy lives in Johnson City, Tennessee.
What's better than flowers? Delivering your son.
I hope he didn't do 2 trips.
So,
Hey, Mom, this guy's staying with us for a while.
well,
How's your cancer going?
Here's the thing. Jim and I were nice enough to go, here's the plan. We're going to fly you home, Jason, so you can see your mom. Then he calls my girlfriend today and asks her for her dad's number because her family lives in North Carolina.
Is her dad a fan?
No, what Jason's met her dad before, and I go, he's turning this fucking trip to see his sick, cancerous mom into a fucking vacation. Like he's gonna see everyone along the way. Like he was gonna call her dad and be like, "Hey, I'm coming over. I'm in the area."
Why would the dad want to see him?
Exactly.
Like, if he ever goes to Australia, don't give him any numbers of my relatives. And
He'll
shit.
go see them all.
Hey, Scott. Just come to see you, Scotty.
So when he came over, I said, what was wrong with you that night? You got to tell me what was wrong. And he goes, it was just a lot of pressure. And I finally broke. And I go, really? He goes, and I was really drunk on the tequila. He goes, I go, well, you denied that you were.
He said he was stone sober.
Lilith said when she picked him up, he was drunk.
Yeah, he was drunk when I picked him up.
How drunk?
Plastered.
Shit
Like
faced.
angry Jason skateboarding through Venice, running into people, yelling, screaming,
Because he was banging on the
hitting
door.
my car.
But he ruined the show. The
Yeah,
Jay
I
Moore
think
one,
he
he
meant
was a
to do
little
that.
bit better on the other one. But on the Jay Moore one, he ruined it.
He lost a lot of goodwill with the fans with that one. And
But
Lilith,
don't they
This is the thing. People were blaming me because you yelled "shut up" at him. Like people were saying to me, "You're not forceful enough with him."
like he's
All
an
these
animal.
people that used to get into Eddie and just go, "Eddie, leave Jason alone." Now we're like, "Jim, you don't punish Jason enough."
Oh, I have to stop the show for 1 second. Nick is married, so don't try to get a date.
Hey, Lily.
Why are you-
So what?
She dates every one of our guests.
Everyone.
Okay.
How many?
132.
No, you're up to about
3.
7.
That I've dated? I don't date any of them.
Let's see.
Or
Mar-
fucking
Well, you have dated one of them.
Who?
Neil Brennan. You've dated Neil.
Okay.
Neil Brennan.
Neil's
you went
a
out
friend.
with Paul Provenza.
He's a friend.
You went out
This
with
is
Matt,
so fucking
Matt
upsetting.
Kirshen.
You can't go out and get. You know what I don't do for my friends? I don't buy them meals and pick them up and then take them out and then just sort of.
Yeah, but you didn't co-create the Chappelle Show.
Is that what you do? Is that what,
I got hired.
is that what success brings? You
Yeah, just you buy meals
become
for
a
everybody.
little bit faggy around chicks.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't say that, but yeah.
Lily. So Jason was really drunk.
Yeah.
So why is he really upset with you right now?
I don't know.
I've heard a claim that you told someone that he raped you.
I did say I didn't. Isn't that true?
Wouldn't it be good if that was a joke? Wouldn't that be good if that was a joke?
was a joke.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the story's getting real good.
That's semi-true. There's always like
Wait a minute.
aspirations of rape whenever Jason
No,
and I
no,
are together.
no. If you say no,
Aspirations of rape.
I have to defend Jason here.
He's a
Either he really tried to insert a penis into you, or if he tried to kiss you, you got to understand that it's like he's mentally retarded.
Yeah, I get that.
Right? You can't, if like every time a mongoloid hugs you for too long doesn't mean it's a rape.
Oh, no. I wasn't actually accusing him of rape. We throw that word around so loosely that it's just part of my jargon, the way I describe Jason. And I just met this guy, and Jason wanted me to date this guy.
Okay, when you first
And I
meet
didn't
a
wanna date
person,
him.
Lily, I have to correct you. When you first meet a person, and they're not in the group, they're not in the clique, you can't just throw out that someone raped you in like early on in the conversation.
Why not?
Yeah, you just because they're not all like us.
Well, Jason
That word
Jason's been
carries
hanging
a
out
pretty
with him
heavy-
for months, and he knows Jason pretty well. So I thought since he knows Jason and he accepts Jason, and
But this is Jason's new idol too. That is apparently writing a script for Ewan McGregor, which Jason tells me every chance he gets. He hangs out. He calls it now.
He's in the movie.
The-
Wait a minute. I've been told he already has a part in the movie.
I'm supposedly I have a part in the movie too.
He told Paul Provenza he doesn't need us anymore because he's going on to bigger things, which means the Ewan McGregor film. He doesn't hang out at the patch anymore. He's hangs
got a
out.
new patch.
He calls it the bald spot because the guys are older.
That's funny.
So he hangs.
That's funny.
He's a witty guy.
He's moving on to better jokes.
so he hangs out at the bald spot now, which is like 5 blocks north. And he hangs out with this guy who apparently is a screenwriter that is writing a film.
Yeah.
And Jason becomes.
Have we even introduced Nick?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay, just checking. Carry on.
Jason is so enamored of this guy that what do you do when you find a guy that you think is cool? What do? You take him.
I know what you do. You let me move in.
Well, Jason takes you and lets you have sex with or try to have sex with the woman he loves.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it backfired.
He handed him over to Lilith and
Yeah.
was like, "You guys should get together."
Was
Why?
he a cool guy
Why?
that he was handing over?
But Lilith doesn't
no.
fuck.
I mean, at
Lilith.
first he was, and then he got crazy.
Oh, Jason's friend is crazy
Yeah.
too?
After the sex?
No sex.
Did he try to rape you?
No, he was.
Just first of all, has anyone else in this room raped you? I want to see how flippantly you throw this word around.
Not that I remember.
Okay, good. Just
You
I
looked
want
at me
to.
kind of weird. I was like, oh, fuck.
I saw her look at Jesse and I'm like, "You drink a
I know,
lot."
we've gone out drinking before, Jesse and I, so I don't know.
Farside has the best chance though, right?
Yeah, he does.
Because he's the heaviest.
Yeah, and you couldn't get out from underneath him.
He just tickles me the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's a big cock tease. That's not happening.
And Jason also
Yeah,
told
see,
me.
I don't. Okay, why would Jason try to offer Lilith up for sex to further his movie career?
This is what
if
he-
Lilith doesn't fuck. That's like giving steak with no fucking stove. You know what I mean?
Also, this guy's a writer. What kind of power does fucking a screenwriter have? They can't put people in movies.
They're not even allowed on the set half the time.
I mean, like,
Wait a
you're kissing
minute.
the wrong ass.
Wait
there.
a minute.
Unless it's a
We
Coen Brothers.
don't even know if he's a writer.
Yeah.
Well, he sent me the script, but
we need that.
I have it.
We need that.
Because he wanted me to audition, and but I'm not. It's supposed to be filming next month in New York, and there's like nothing on the internet
Jason
about
and the
it.
retarded
Jason's like supposedly going to go with him, and this guy wanted me to go with him to New York, to Las Vegas, and to Grenada or somewhere where there's an Irish consulate because he has to like renew his visa or something.
Yeah.
He's
There's
batshit
so many
crazy.
things
I was
wrong
like,
with
I don't know.
As someone who has done a little bit of TV, I will tell you, and a foreigner, I will tell you how it works. The
Not
first
that way.
thing before the first question asked is, "Do you have work permits, Jim?" That's the first question, right? And if you say no, the meeting's over. Until you get them, and then you can start discussing again. So you can't have the movie's ready, but I've got to go to the consulate
In Grenada.
in Grenada.
Or wherever, it's like one of
Grenada.
those random islands.
Grenada, Grenada.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a hookup.
Get some letters.
I think he just kept throwing out shit trying to fuck Lilith. And every time she said no, he's like, the film's going to happen.
Well, this-
I just got to
Well,
go
that's
get
what
my
it came
visa.
down-
This is what happened when I met Jason the first time he started talking about this. Jason was like, "Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing the podcast long longer. I've been given an opportunity on a movie." I'm like, "Doing what?" And he goes, like a grip, like doing things. Like he was like a camera grip and all this other stuff. And then the next time I saw it, I've got a role in a movie. I don't think people know
He's
how.
playing a grip in a movie.
I don't know if Jason knows how competitive this industry is, but they just don't give roles like that.
He's talking about the behind-the-scenes documentary of the movie that they're making.
right.
He thinks that's a part.
And nobody ever lies in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
He's totally safe.
Yeah.
God, there's so much there though that happened. Paul Provenza saved me that night from that crazy Irish guy just going ballistic on me.
I want to hear this.
He was super drunk.
Why were you
and
all hanging out
angry.
with Paul?
Paul was hanging out with me.
It was at Jason's birthday party.
Yeah, that Jason's birthday.
Oh,
party.
Jason's birthday.
That no one went
Okay,
to.
all right.
Yeah. So,
What I heard is that Paul Provenza basically refereed your fight and breakup with this guy.
yeah.
And he was doing like, all right, so now you say Lily. And then like, doing like a back and forth.
Were you
For an
guys,
hour and a half.
were you guys in the green room?
Oh, we're in the backyard.
So what's the relationship with Jason like now? What's happening?
He doesn't ever want to talk to me again.
You were fired, he told me. I fired her.
From what?
You're
from
you're
the friendship?
Yeah, fired from the friendship.
Yeah. Well, he's all on this guy's cock because he thinks this guy's going to take him into the movie world, and you two aren't good enough anymore. and he told this guy, I'm a star fucker, which is not true because I haven't fucked anyone that's
Which
famous.
is not true because you won't fuck Jason.
She's
Exactly.
she's a
So
star
this guy
teaser.
comes up to me really drunk and is like, how could you not want to date me? How come you don't like me? I'm the biggest star of everyone you know. Like, those comedians aren't famous. And like, all this bullshit that he's put into his head.
Did you reference me?
Of course.
Better fucking have referenced
I got
me.
your back.
Did you?
Jim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
you say only Jim's famous?
Yeah, don't make you carry the DVDs.
I
around
have
with
your
you.
DVD in my purse.
You had it in your purse. You should have brought that
You
out.
should have said.
And a sign.
Do you have a DVD? That's the next question for that guy.
He doesn't.
Does he have a movie?
He does.
Does he
Made
have
in Ireland.
Does he have a home?
He made a film.
does.
What's the name of his film?
Speed dating.
Look it up.
It's a
Far side
comedy.
on the computer.
So anyway, so this guy highly insulted me, and Jason let him do all. He's just watching because Jason was like, "You need to date this guy so he can help us get into the movies."
Jason's using you.
And what's his name? Is it Joseph Elmore?
No, that's not his
I'm not
name.
It's got a solid 2.4 rating out of 10.
Wait, is that the Irish one though?
No, this isn't
I don't
it.
think
No,
that's the
that
one.
couldn't be the Irish one. There's an attractive woman on the
But-
cover. Sorry, people in Ireland.
Yeah.
I forget this show goes everywhere.
Worldwide.
No, so Provenza, how did Provenza then break up the fight?
Provenza basically had to tell him like, he couldn't actually because he was then jealous. The other guy of Paul.
Because
Being there the entire time?
Paul's
And he
made a
said-
movie.
All right, we're
There it
watching.
is.
There it is.
Oh, that's-
Speed.
yeah.
Is it Tony Herbert?
Let's watch.
5. He's got
Is his
more.
name Tony Herbert?
Let's take a pause. We'll be right back to here. We're gonna watch the trailer. We'll be right back. Yeah, Lalit, I think you'd be better off hanging out with him.
I still don't think he's that big a star.
No.
He's not.
Hey, can you
not bigger than you, Jim, that's for
IMDb
sure.
that again, and we'll go look at what the movie's done and how much money
Let's
it's
just
made.
look at what he-
box
No,
office.
let's check his IMDb.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
No, just
click
click
to-
on his name.
But I wanted to see what speed dating did.
We can do that afterwards. All right, so, okay.
The Absinthe Drinkers, is that the movie that Jason's gonna be in?
No, it's supposed to be called Snakes and Ladders. Oh yeah, he was in the Portrait of James Dean.
What Jason was?
No, Tony.
Ah,
And it's about a gay James Dean. I don't know about that.
James Dean was gay.
No, he wasn't.
Yep.
Don't kill my dream.
You, what?
you're-
Having sex with a man who's been dead for 40 years? Sorry.
He's an icon.
He's dead. Go back one and check out box office. Go down.
No, we can't. We can't shit on the guy.
I just want to see how much it's made. We've just shit on. It's $3 million budget. What did it do, money wise?
What do you guys have? IMDb Pro?
Oh, I don't.
Uh,
Who has IMDb
see more.
Pro?
And
Why?
and put in your. Because he has
Oh, he steals
he's got passwords to everything. He has every porn password if you need
Bang
one.
Bros. He's got it.
What did it do?
I'm gonna go in the. I'll bring it back up.
Oh, you'll be back after he gets in with his passwords. Mm-hmm. Look at him. He sits Indian style. Of course, he's got passwords to every porn site.
yeah.
I've got a TV at the end of my bathtub now, right? And I got the TV connected up, and the TV was there when I bought the house. I didn't get it installed. But a friend of mine, I said, I got a TV at the end of the bath, and his exact words were, "Has it got jet streams?" I said, "Yeah, it does. The bath has jet streams." And he said, "It's going to be awesome." He goes, "Get in there, get some bubble bath, turn on the jet streams,
Really make a night out of
put
it.
some porn on." And I'm like, how luxurious are your wanks? Like I just wank so I'm not angry.
Wait,
you know what I mean? Like quickly get it out. I don't have a date with myself.
Who was the friend?
Peter O'Fallon, the maker of legit.
Ew. That's so creepy. Because now I'm picturing him in a bubble bath, just jerking off to porn.
We get a little red wine. Set up some candles.
Yeah, it was really creepy. Like you said, porn and bubbles.
Yeah, I more rape myself when I do it. It's like
I had a
just
bath and watched
aggressively-
an episode of I Love Lucy.
I mean, for me, a bubble bath is just taking shampoo and dumping it under the thing while it's going. Like, that's a bubble bath. This guy's actually getting real bubbles.
All right, so to end this Jason thing, so he was over here, and I was trying to be nice to him. I was setting, and he just kept saying stuff that I was like, oh, God, why aren't we recording this? And he goes, yeah, just make a joke about me. Just make a joke. Everything's a joke. And I went, you know, it'd be really funny if we told the fans that Jason's been a character he's been playing the whole time, and really he's like the brains behind this whole operation, and he's put it all together, and he's just played this character. And Jason goes, you mean the truth?
It does sound like a plausible Jason business. We've never made any money.
Yeah, one of our fans said to me today, wrote on the Facebook, can you pull that up where he's like, fuck you, Eddie, and you're not making it. No podcast makes money. It's a lead generator. That's what a podcast is supposed to be. People come and listen to your show, and then they come buy your CDs or your DVDs after your shows, and that's what it's all. I'm like, fuck you. Find his name, douche.
I hate when people say that. It's a lead generator or something like that. It's like...
You're still getting it for free, cunt face. All we're asking for, you buy our CDs and DVDs. That's what the donations aren't donations.
Yeah, we got to keep the show running. It still costs money to keep it running. And we can't actually say what we earn out of DVDs. But also it's like saying that McDonald's should give you fries. Because if you give me fries, I'll buy the hamburger. Like, fuck off. Pay for the fries as well.
The type of people that are watching or listening to podcasts are just going to steal material anyway. They know how to work the internet.
Yeah, you'd have to think that...
I once did a Twitter that said, anyone who download... Because I found out how much DVDs I've sold, and then I found out how many illegal downloads of my DVD had happened. I was like...
How did you find that out?
All I need, because they can do fucking record things on the internet and find out on different torrent sites how many times it's been done. Anyway, Brett Vincent figured it out, and then I was like furious because even if 2% of those people bought it, I'd have fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
And so in a bit of anger, I wrote a Twitter that said, anyone who fucking illegally downloads shit from the internet is a fucking cunt.
Oh, I remember when you did this.
And
Jim started a war.
Fucking I couldn't believe how people fucking defended themselves. Just like, fuck you, I don't have any money. Right? But then you don't get shit. Yeah. That's what happens to poor people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was poor fucking for years and years and years. You know what? I had fuck all.
You know what kind of
But
person...
you had that new Bill Cosby album.
Yeah, which I stole off the street.
you know what kind of person wrote that to you that you're angry with right now?
My fans.
A Jason Hour. He's the person that would write in and go, fuck you. That's what this world's all about. We should all be just bartering, and we just give to each other, and that's the system we live in.
Oh yeah, they did. Well, that was the one where I called some girl a fat slut or something. Because she went, I downloaded your first one, and guess what? And she goes, here's a link, everyone, to download his next DVD. And I went, you're a fat slut. And people went, that was uncalled for. It's like someone just opened a door going, here, come and steal all of his shit. And they went, don't call her fat. Who do you think you are? And she, it was like a pitiful, that was uncalled for. She wrote back, like, you could hear, like there was tears on the keypad.
I think people take rape jokes over fat jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be more afraid to say to a girl, you're fat, than I'm going to rape you.
I've always been amazed by the fact you can get on stage and you can say this, my girlfriend cheated on me, so I killed her. And everyone will laugh. That's not a good joke, but just for example, right?
People would
but
celebrate,
if you go, my girlfriend cheated on me, so I beat the shit out of her. That's way better than killing her.
Yeah. But people get more mad. Try this one. My girlfriend got fat, so I broke up with her. worse.
Yeah. My girlfriend got fat, so I broke up with her.
When I'm doing my act, I'm not afraid to ever do an AIDS joke or a cancer joke or anything like that. But if I see a fat girl in the audience and I'm about to say like fat, I'm afraid for it to come out of my mouth because I know the whole audience is looking at her going, you're so mean. Why would you
I
say
do
that?
that with my friends. Like I've had friends who are overweight and they've been overweight for a long time, and so I don't even think about them being fat anymore.
What are their
like
names?
Farsight.
Yeah. but then you'll you just start making fat comments when you see someone else fat, and then you realize like, oh shit, I forgot that person, my friend is fat right next to me. Does that ever happen to anyone else or just me?
I don't have fat friends.
I don't have friends.
Yeah, I do a routine about having a threesome that involves a fat chick and a hot chick, and the whole premise of that I only fucking the fat chick to get to the hot chick, and they're a package deal, and I had to, you know what I mean?
It was like going through the first through 7 levels of Mario Brothers.
But it's always like the routine's so long. It's like a 20, 30-minute routine that you can see the fat women dying as the routine goes on, just feeling worse and worse and worse. But what I like about it is there's some fat people that are like, I'm okay with it.
Well, there's some fat people that don't think they're fat. That they have no clue that they're just like delusional about it. Jason,
Like
for example-
Lily, you think you have a good figure. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you see a thin girl, don't you? Wrong.
No?
Wrong.
Is that reverse?
Gigantic.
All right. Cut it out, Gunter.
Let's see if this will be a fun episode. Let's see if we can give Lily an eating disorder.
Oh, what? Just so she has the
Keep me away
complete
from
set.
her now. I didn't hear that, but I think it had something to do
It
with
was
kids.
great. No, don't worry. It was a great one. Listen to this episode. We need the download.
We do need it, yeah.
No, I just said just to give you the complete set because you got so many other disorders, like your skin. How your skin's bad.
My skin is bad right now. I'm starting my period.
Are you having your period? I was just going to say you're having your period.
Are you starting your period?
Every
No,
time.
I'm about to start it.
Oh God.
Like maybe, what do you think of the next 5
If you're
minutes?
listening, Jason, these are
If
some
you're
good
lucky.
days to rape. These are good raping days.
I got the
She'll,
blood going.
she'll finally be wet for you.
Yeah. Feel her up and get caught red-handed.
Poor Jason.
Do you think that's where caught red-handed comes from?
Who was it?
That's the guy that does finger bang rapes.
We had a guy in college who came out of his bedroom with his girlfriend and came out with the blood on his face after eating her pussy with blood on it. Yeah, and he didn't know, and he had it on his face. It was just, and everybody's like, "What's that?" Oh, you got fucking blood on your face.
Was he Jonah Hill?
What did he do that? In a
No,
movie?
that was the bit they did in. Yeah, super bad.
Super bad. Didn't he have it on his leg or something?
Yeah, it was on his crotch, or like a leg from her dancing on
Yeah.
him.
Are you mistaking your life for Superbad?
I'm doing it, Jason. No, who?
Yeah, I guess in that situation you would have been Seth Rogen.
Why would I forget the movie?
he was there.
I like the movie. I sort of like that.
I like Superbad.
Yeah, it was a good
Sort
one.
of like it. I like I wish the whole movie was the cops.
Yeah, they were great.
It's the best fucking.
Yeah, well, Bill Hader was like the best cast in that movie.
It was just like I could have watched a whole movie with the cops.
Yeah.
Just fucking chasing kids around.
With the nerd in the back.
Has
seat.
anybody seen Project X yet?
Is
It's so much fucking fun.
that the one with the monkeys?
No,
That's chimpanzee.
no. Project X is the one with the party that just goes wrong. It's produced by Todd Phillips, who did.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this one. Yeah.
It looks like an MTV thing.
Yeah, but it's just a fucking party gone wrong, and you just see it from the beginning to the end. But it looks like you just go, fuck. I would kill to have been at that party. It's
Yeah.
the best party of
Is
all
it
time.
just the end of Weird Science?
It's 10 times. It's just unbelievable how far this party goes. It's really fun to watch. It's because there's no plot, no like.
I always
fucking storyline.
love that when you see that on the news when they're like, now it's worse with Twitter and Facebook where some kid is just deciding to invite 5 friends while his parents are out of town.
Well, that's what it's based on, the Corey
Yeah.
Worthington thing. That kid from Australia. Do you remember the kid? He threw a party at his friend's house.
Oh, and the video of him like outside, like laughing.
He threw this massive party and at his friend's house, and the cops couldn't shut it down. Like they tried, and the party rioted against the cops. So then he finally got busted for it, and they interview him on the news, and he's wearing like his jacket, like with the zipper down, no shirt on underneath, yellow sunglasses. If you Google Corey Worthington, oh, you fuck. And you've lost your job.
Oh, it's the internet.
No, it's you.
Yeah.
And
No, it's you.
go on the Divas
If
one.
the internet had a face, it would look like you.
It's not there?
No, to see your eyes fucking freak out? Yeah, it's not there.
Whoa, Jason, calm down.
Yeah, well, Jason's not here. And all.
Bad job, it's the internet.
Oh, all right.
This is how Jason acts when we push him into a corner.
This is how Jason started. Jason was fucking rational before we got him on this show.
Go to,
Please don't do this to me.
go to Amy. Go to Amy.
Hey, Farso, what movies are you going to be in?
Farso, what hair care products are you selling?
There's no Amy.
There's no Amy? Is there a door? Do you have a door at your apartment?
Yes, I don't have an apartment.
You're apartmentless right now, aren't you?
Yeah,
We've got
Jason.
Jason.
The
He's
apartment
fu-
I'm at it has doors.
Your new nickname
And
is Jason
I said
too.
you could stay at mine for a week or so, right?
Yeah.
And so that means you'll be on my couch. Jesus, Jason.
Wow, Jason too. How do you feel?
Not good. I don't want to.
Did your grandfather ever beat someone with a bat?
No.
How tall is your mother?
Did your parents used to hit you, Farside?
Not like beating.
Really?
I got slapped.
Really?
Are you-
Across the face?
Yes, face. I got the wooden spoon on the ass.
Are you
so
still
it's-
watching? Well, for our fans, by the way, go back, watch the Corey Worthington YouTube video where he basically tells the news to fuck off.
It was sorry. We would have put it on our site, but Jason can't do it.
Yeah,
right now.
Jason can't do it.
I can do it
Jason
later.
Too. Jason too.
What, you're answering to Jason now, faggot?
Hey, Jason too. Do you still work on the Todd Glass podcast?
I don't want to talk about it.
Do you still work there?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Do
checking.
you work for Jay Moore now?
No.
Oh,
Not yet.
what happened there?
Not yet.
No, not yet. Just
Jason blew it for him.
Yeah, I hear that Jay Moore's ringing Jason. They're going to make Jerry Maguire too.
Do you do imaginary martial arts?
no.
No, his one's not imaginary; it's real. Have you fucked a chick lately?
No.
Good work, Jason.
Do you,
No.
do you masturbate to Lilith? Ever? Have
No,
you
I
ever?
haven't. I swear to God.
Oh, I have.
I have too.
Yeah,
I don't have any good material.
Jesse,
I put-
have you ever
I
jerked off
I
to
have on
Lily?
the car ride over
I
here.
haven't actually.
Or Ernie,
Sorry,
Machete, did you ever jerk off to Lily?
Ernie said yes in case you couldn't hear.
Nick just did it.
Yeah, I met her, but 20 minutes ago.
Machete, how much do you wank on a regular basis? What's your ratio?
I'm good for one a day.
One a day?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm good for one a day.
I think your heart's not good for one a day.
That's why I can't do two a day. 'Cause
What?
Oh,
we're back online. Find Corey Worthington. No, Machete.
Everyone's seen this video, right?
Well, Jim.
I can't
haven't?
really remember it.
It's not again.
Ah, fuck off.
We don't need the
Jason.
internet.
Jesus, Jason.
Kid, 10 years ago, people didn't even have that.
Yeah, what would we do without the internet? We wouldn't have a podcast.
People wouldn't be killing themselves through being cyberbullied.
Yeah.
But they got all that information really quickly.
Jason wouldn't have a fan picking him up in Charlotte and driving him all the way to Johnson City, Tennessee. I love how he's made this into a vacation.
So
We should call him because he's getting on the plane at 5:45 a.m., which I want to know how he's getting to the airport. I'm dying to know who's taking
there's
him.
a fan taking him.
No, my biggest fear is that he's not going to get there and at all, and we're going to have bought him a plane ticket that was never used. Because he said this.
I think he's not going to even go there. I think he's just going to fucking be in a hotel room near the airport.
He said to me, he goes, just put me on Greyhound. I'll take because he wanted to rent a car. I go, Jason, you need a credit
To
card.
drive across the state?
Yeah, I go, you need a credit card. No, once he flew there.
Oh.
You need a credit card to get there. And he goes, okay, I got a debit card. I go, no, you need a credit card. He goes, no, they'll take my debit card. I know they will. And I go, Jason, I don't want you getting there and they don't take it. He goes, then put me on Greyhound. So I look up Greyhound from Charlotte to Johnson City. It's a 3-hour drive on Google Maps.
12-hour.
11 hours on Greyhound. And I almost did it. And then I was like,
Why didn't you know? It's a nice ride. They have internet on the thing. I mean,
they have internet on there, but not here, Farside.
I think
Blame me for your shitty internet.
I think Jason being on a Greyhound bus for 11 hours would have been good for him, just to feel like he was the elite member on the bus.
And the
Like
material.
Just one place where material. He's not a working comedian.
He's a homeless guy.
Yeah,
that
he's not a-
We let
okay.
live on our couch.
Yeah,
I thought he was like an open micer.
no.
No,
Oh.
he never will be. I don't think he did a gig once.
It wasn't a gig. It was a party.
It was a party.
We made him stand up in front of a group of people and do stand up.
We bullied him. Yeah, I feel bad about that one, actually.
I got to feel bad. I was booking his flight, and you know where they say meal, and you can put vegetarian, blah blah blah. I put the Islamic one,
Well, that's all right.
so they're going to serve him Islamic food.
I always find it's better to do that because then they give you a special. Why is he getting a meal? Who domestically is getting a meal in America? I've never been given a meal on a plane.
because he's on first class.
No, bullshit.
I put him
You
in
booked him first class.
Yeah.
It's a waste of money.
Did you use miles or use
You're
money?
lying, right?
Tell me.
Jim's really pissed.
You know, the thing is, Eddie got caught out in his lie. He didn't do the Islamic meal thing because no one gets meals in domestic. So Eddie was lying, and then he went, "I booked him in first class." And then,
Jim would be so mad if I put him in first class.
Of course, I put him in first class.
No, but I was picking the seating. I go, "Do you want a window or aisle?" And he goes, "Doesn't matter." I go, "Do you want a window or fucking aisle?" He goes, "Doesn't matter. I meditate and zone out." I'm like, the people next to you don't.
Also, when's the last time he was on a plane? I mean, it's been like 15 years, right?
Wait, here's the
it
best
was
part.
that time that crashed on the Hudson.
He's gonna be like Crocodile Dundee going on down the escalator for the first time.
he told me, he goes like this, and I go, "Jason, when is the last time you've been on a flight?" He goes, "I used to fly all the time. I used to fly more than you." And I go, "Jason, I fly a lot. I fly when did you fly?" He goes, "I used to fly internationally all the time."
For what?
When? He goes, "My dad was in the military, and my mom, we had to travel, and it was like every weekend we were going somewhere."
Why did his mum have to travel?
I don't know. But
Okay, and his dad's in the military. What's that got to
I
do
love
with it?
that we're picking on him. He's not even here. All you have to do is spend.
And I don't even know him, so I'm just I can like chime in a little bit.
You
but-
spend a half hour with him, and it's like
The good thing is he doesn't listen to the podcast.
So he says, but I think he does.
Yeah, he does.
Does he?
Well, of course, if he hear people start tweeting, they heard we talked about
Well,
it.
how do you know he listens to the podcast?
He's mentioned it before.
Why?
When he hasn't been, especially when he's not on the podcast, he'll listen to those episodes.
Oh, really?
I think he listens to all of them.
I never listen to it. I listen to it very occasionally. If there's something that made me laugh on the podcast, then I listen to it back to hear that little moment. But I don't really listen.
I think
I've
you
never
listen.
listened to an episode that I haven't been on. So you can, never listen to that.
So I can trash you, but I don't. You just do that to me when I'm not on.
Oh.
Fight.
No, I'm
And
just
and
a
you
nicer
listen to
person.
those.
Yeah, I do, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
that
you are.
hurts.
Yeah,
That
you're
hurts really badly.
You're such a nice person.
Speaking of nice person, I
Fucking
still have the
dirtbag.
letter from what we did to you,
Oh, the
Nick.
wallaby spider.
Yeah,
Okay, if we're going to
Victorian
tell the
wallaby.
story, I want to start it.
I lost the video.
I want to start it from my perspective.
Okay, you can tell your perspective.
So I just got to Australia, and one of the first things, when you're
He
like
was
going
doing
to
the
Australia,
Melbourne Festival.
you hear about spider. They've got a lot more spiders in Australia. You should be prepared for that.
You shouldn't be.
And well, no, you shouldn't. And the reason
You
and
don't see them walking around.
I look back, and that was Eddie that planted that in my head early on when I first got there. So I was there for 2 days, and these cute girls from the festival were like, "Hey, tomorrow's Easter, Sunday morning. We're gonna have a big barbecue at our place in the morning, so we'll pick you up at the hotel." So at like 9 a.m., I woke up hungover, trying to get out of the fucking room, and they were downstairs texting me. And as I get to my door, there's an envelope, a hotel envelope slid under my door. So I grab the envelope as I'm heading out the door, get in the elevator, open it up, and I look at this letter, and it says the Medina Grand Melbourne thing. Everything looks great.
It's
And
the
it says,
apartments you stay in.
It's got the letterhead.
yeah. And I've got like 18 or more floors that I've got to go down. So I'm reading it. It says, "Dear Nick Thune, please be advised that a recent pest inspection of our hotel has revealed that this property has a low-medium level infestation of the Victorian wallaby spider." So that's the first thing I see. Mind you, the day before I had...
one second,
There's
Jim.
no such thing as a wallaby.
I had a spider bite on my hand, and I'd showed it to a couple people and said, "Is this bad?" And they were, and nobody said anything. But I showed it to Eddie, and I didn't even clear in my head that I'd done that.
Were you feeling sick?
No, it
wasn't bad.
I don't
like a
know
mosquito
that.
bite.
I don't know this. So I'm reading this, and then I go down and it says, well, it's very unlikely that any of these spiders have inhabited the guest rooms. They were only detected in the lower laundry facilities. It is our responsibility to inform the guests, blah, blah, blah,
I'm
blah, blah.
loving the attention to detail on this
So,
already.
so then it says, to allay any concerns you may have, please note that the Wall-E spider's bite is not usually fatal. Its bite, however, may lead to mild to acute flu-like symptoms, including any of the following: fatigue, nausea, vomiting. I was hungover, so I was feeling all these things.
Yeah.
Loose or bloody stool, that's normal. Watery eyes, itchy skin and a rash, sore throat, difficulty breathing, and in rare instances, a burning sensation, blah, blah, blah. So please check under the linen, in whatever. It just goes on and it says, these spiders rarely bite people, but in the event that they do, it is treated promptly as a female occasionally lays her eggs under the human skin. So I'm reading all this, and the elevator door comes open, and I'm at the bottom, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to go fucking talk to the front desk. The one thing I read in here, though, is if something happens to you, please speak with our medical advisor, Michael Dwyer, immediately.
Mickey D.
So I don't know Michael Dwyer. So I get out of the
With Michael Dwyer's phone number.
I get out of the elevator and I go right to the front desk and I go, I need to speak with Michael Dwyer. And the people at the front desk goes, who? And I go, the medical advisor. And they go, who's that? And I go, it's about the spider infestation. And they go, what are you talking about? And I hand them the paper and I go, you put this under my fucking door. You know what I'm talking about. So they read it and they go, hold on a sec. And they go back and I'm looking at the spider bite in my hand now and I'm like, oh, fuck, there's fucking eggs in this thing. And they come out laughing and they go, is there any chance that you know somebody in the hotel that might have done this? And then I thought, oh, Arch, Barker, and Eddie Eft. Yeah, they happen to be staying in this fucking hotel. And then Eddie comes down, videotapes this whole interaction of me at the front thing.
But he goes to me, no, you called me first and you're like,
Oh, well, I was freaking out. There was a while where I still didn't buy them at the front desk. Like they were...
he thought the front desk
Yeah.
was wrong.
The fact that you call them wallaby spiders.
Victorian
A
wallaby.
wallaby's a small kangaroo.
He called me on the phone. He's like,
It seemed like it's
he's
just
like,
an
did you
Australian-
fucking do this? Did you fucking do this? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. But here was the best thing. So he comes to my room and I go,
He already had stuff Googled.
I had the letter that I got under my door. I go, I got the fucking letter too. And Arj walks in. He goes, I got the letter too. So now and he goes, oh, fuck. So
And then left and went to the barbecue and never talked to them again. And then later in the day, Arj was texting me like, hey, how's your day going? Like trying to feel out if I was still into the spider thing. And then at that point I had whoever the promoter was for Arj contact him and say, do you have Nick's wife's phone number? Because he's at the doctor and needs he needs his emergency contact information. And then Arj started texting me like, hey, want to get dinner before your show tonight? Like feeling out if I was actually there and if it was bad.
yeah, Arj was feeling guilty. I didn't feel
Yeah.
any guilt.
And it slowly went on, but the end of the story was, I never got them back. But the next day, the front page of the art section had quotes from the letter because the people at the hotel went back and photocopied the letter and then sent it to the newspaper. And comedian Nick Thune has rude awakening when entering Australia. And then it quotes the paper and quotes them as making me look like a fucking idiot.
But the best is when Nick...
Which actually got me press, and I appreciate it. My shows were better because of it.
The best is when I was filming you, when I told you we did it.
Yeah. Oh,
He goes...
and Rich Fulcher was there.
Yeah, he actually got really upset. He's out in the street, and he goes, I swear to God, if I fucking find out somebody's joking, I'm going to punch him right in the fucking face. And I went, uh-oh, he's serious. And I go, really? You're going to hit them? And he goes, yeah, I'm going to fucking punch them. And I start laughing. He goes, it was you. It was you. It was fucking you. You fucking did it, didn't you? And I go, yeah. And he goes... So I made a video of the whole thing, and he goes, don't post that video. I go, why? He goes, because I admit I have diarrhea.
Yeah, because I was hungover. Of course I have diarrhea.
He goes, diarrhea, it's one of the symptoms. I've been having that since I got here.
It's true. I had it the whole trip.
I can't find the fucking video. It was so funny.
When did you start drinking, Nick? Because you didn't used to drink, right?
Yesterday. No, maybe 3 years ago.
right.
Well, I didn't drink from 16 to 20s, mid-20s because my parents convinced me I was an alcoholic.
Oh, they were those kind of parents?
Yeah, well, because I partied in high school and, they got frustrated about it and threw me in treatment.
Oh, you were one of those kids, a high school fucking rehabber.
Americans, everyone's
Because I was under 18, so I didn't have a choice. I got put in there as lockdown facility. I was stuck there for 2 months.
Wow. I had friends like that. We had
Until
that
I
in
was
high school.
convinced that I was an alcoholic, came out sober for 10 years, just trying to... And then finally, I was like, am I an adult that can actually handle adult things? I mean,
we had a lot of those in high
Is
school.
this my
I went to
problem?
one of those schools where parents like that was the
Oh, yeah.
answer.
I know a girl who recently just decided she was an alcoholic, and I've known her for fucking years, and she's not an alcoholic. It's just this American thing where everybody is.
It's like Brendan Burns.
she's depressed with her life, and she's looking for an
It's
excuse.
like Brendan Burns. Yeah, it's that whole idea that like people have this whole thing that they've gone through a rough patch and they've drunken too much for a couple of months or something. They've been broken up with someone, and then they've.
But if you talk to someone like a Dr. Drew or something and tell them you're drinking best, they'll convince you that you're an alcoholic. Or I've talked to like therapy people who say to me, how much do you drink? And I'll tell them, they'll be like, oh, that's a problem. Really? You got a problem? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. It never. And then I went to AA meetings with an ex-girlfriend once, and I sat down for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you were sober for a while.
Yeah. My girlfriend, I wasn't drinking with her because she was trying to clean up. And for 10 minutes, I was like, come on, we can both leave. Neither of us are alcoholics. This is fucking scary. Like, the people were like, and then my boyfriend broke up with me, so I started shooting again, and then I was just fucking every guy for money, and I blew this guy with AIDS, and I was like, come on, we can go. Like, you go to those AA meetings, they're horror
there's
stories.
some-
These people are fucking...
It's a lot of people that just need a therapist.
yeah.
But
And
their
that's their
stories
therapy.
But
are...
everyone gets laid there. Everyone I know, I met someone in AA.
yeah.
Yeah, everyone.
They're having a good time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did it.
but-
I did it for a long time.
You went to the meetings?
Oh, I was like,
But
I
didn't
was
you feel like
leading
an-
meetings. I was sponsoring people.
Didn't you feel like an amateur? Some of
Yeah,
these
no,
people-
I sold cars when I was 17. I just took responsibilities I couldn't actually. Can I be a sponsor? I was a good speaker. They put me in the. Let them sponsor the meetings. But here's what I just thought of though. When this prank, the reason I didn't want the video up was because
You had diarrhea.
no, and I got made to look like an asshole in a way, like an idiot that got taken advantage of, which wouldn't bother me now.
That's very.
I was more self-conscious.
I would have the way you handled it. I would have handled it a lot worse. I would have been out of the country, incubated, like in a hazmat suit, like.
But I had somebody that I pranked recently that reacted double what I did. I did a radio show, and you ever done the Comedy Works?
Yeah.
So have you ever done the Uncle Nasty radio show?
Yeah, I like Uncle Nasty.
Yeah, I do too. I've done it a couple times, but the last time I was there, I was
Don't mention he's cross-eyed. He doesn't like it.
no.
I made a joke about him, and he sort of looked at me like, he's such a fun guy. He's like a really funny guy. And I said,
Don't mention what? I'm sorry, I missed
He's
it.
cross-eyed.
And I made a joke about it, and he sort of looked at me like, no, you don't do that. And
Here-
I mean, oh, all right.
I did something that he told me not to do, and then he kicked me off the show last time because on the way there I saw, U2's playing next week, and I was listening on billboards, and I was listening to the show on the way to it, and he was promoting U2. And so I got there, and I'd just written a U2 joke like just the last week that was too dumb to do on stage, but I thought, maybe I'll do it in the show. So I sit down, and he's sitting across from me, and the joke is, I'll say it because I think it sets the story up better. The joke is U2's breaking up, and the unfortunate thing is that the Edge's lawyer is pro bono, which is so fucking dumb. It's a stupid joke. So I go sit down, and I just seen all this U2 stuff, as he was like, hey, Nick Thune, and I go, did you see Twitter? And he goes, no, what? And I go, U2, they just fucking broke up. They just broke up. And he goes, what? Like hook, line, and sinker. Like before I could say anything, he goes, what about the show next week? Like his whole like everything he believed in crashed in him. And I go, yeah, apparently the Edge's lawyer is pro bono. And he just it sunk in that I just fucked with him.
Yeah.
Shook his head and he goes, we're going to go to commercial. Yeah, you can't do that. You're done.
He said you're done.
Yeah.
Really? He's
Yeah.
like the nicest guy ever.
Because I made him, he fell so hard for the thing, for a dumb joke, that I was out. The club promoter was like, well, it might sell tickets.
But like I would think he would go, oh, that's funny. Oh, I get it, and
But he pre-records you. He could have cut it out.
He probably did. He probably did. I didn't even think about that.
I did a show in Dayton, Ohio. They took me to a country western station.
He probably cut me out.
I'm sitting at the country western station. I just walked in the door, and the woman that was bringing me around goes, the handler goes, oh, Eddie just got back from the Middle East. So I sit down, and the guy goes, so where you been? Where are you traveling? I said, oh, I just got back from the Middle East. He goes, really? Were you entertaining the troops? And I go, no, the terrorists. And he goes, you know what? You can get the fuck off my show right the fuck now. Says fuck. And, I'm sure they dumped. He goes, get the fuck out of here, right? And I go, whoa, calm down. And he goes, no, we just had a couple die. We just had a couple of ours die over there. And I think he's like talking about like his sons. And I'm like,
No, just like put kids in the area.
He goes like this. I go, who? He goes, Ohio had a couple boys die over there. And you're making jokes.
I assume all the boys are from Ohio. How many New York soldiers are you?
A lot of Ohio boys.
We can make these jokes. We're not going to work the clubs where they go.
I wish.
So he literally throws me out, and I'm like, and they yell at me. They're like, "Why would you do that?" The club owner's like, "Why would you do that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that he doesn't get sarcasm. Like the fact that he really thought." You know what? They just booked me. I go over and do a couple corporates for the Al Qaeda.
Have you ever told a story about you and the sex predator app on the show?
I'm on that show this week. Hopefully, they haven't yet invited me.
You don't have to mention the show, but
well, I'm in that town, so everybody.
You don't want to tell the story. It's a good story.
I was on one of the biggest, if not the biggest, radio show in America, and.
Howard Stern?
No, Howard's not. You know what it is.
He's on
Donald
satellite.
Imus.
No. It's radio, not satellite.
Radio, terrestrial radio. So I'm on, and
Far side.
And in the middle of the show, iPhones have just come out, and the woman on the show, like the traffic,
Just in the middle of the show,
goes
the big announcement.
Goes, do you have any good apps? Do you have any new apps? And I go, yeah, I got this one called, I forget what it was called, but like you find sexual predators that live in your neighborhood. Like you can find them. They just show them. And she looks at me and she goes, like my ex-husband? And everyone in the room gets quiet. And I'm like, huh? She goes, like my ex-husband. And I went, and the guy that runs the show goes, thanks, Eddie, you can leave. And I went, what? And he goes, thank you, goodbye. And I just walk out.
This is on the Bill and John show.
Yeah. And I walk outside, and the owner of the club looks at me and goes, why the fuck would you do that? And I'm like, do what? And she goes, why would you say that? You know her ex-husband raped their babysitter.
See, this is the weird thing about that. I don't think that is right because he's paying for her time.
Yeah.
and like finding out
She was
what
asking
happened.
for it.
No, she was of age, so it's not rape. Like, no, it was that.
If you can take care of a kid, you can take a dick.
I shouldn't talk more about it, but there's
Well, you're obviously done with that show forever. I mean, there's no coming back.
Well, this is my first week back in.
I've only ever done that show once.
Me neither. No,
I've done it once, but I haven't. I'm not a regular. They don't ask for me all the time.
Well, I was on it a lot. Not anymore.
They must really like you to have you back after
I
that. I didn't even do anything wrong.
No.
I would love to
I
do
don't
it.
know if I'm back. I have not been asked yet if I'm doing it. Like,
Does that lady still work in there? If it's a lady, I think it is. She's very nice.
yeah, she's very nice.
I mean,
Her ex-husband's not.
You know, a nice lady that married a rapist.
We got to delete this.
We're
gonna have to delete
We all
this.
make bad choices.
Yeah, I'm sure that she did too when she married him.
I once dated a girl who wasn't a very good cook.
That's not. Yeah, that's who I'm married to.
Yeah, is your wife a bad cook?
She just doesn't cook.
All right. Do you do all the cooking?
Yeah, I do a lot of cooking, and I also do a lot of paying for meals.
No, that situation though, like I'm thinking about like what I should have done. I was walking down Colin and I were walking down the beach the other day coming back from surfing, and this homeless guy walks by and goes, "How's the water, guys?" And I go, "It's pretty good. You should fucking jump in." And he goes, "I can't. I have lung cancer." And he put us like both on the spot. I was like, "Oh, well, hope your lung cancer gets better and you get to go swimming."
Why can't you swim with lung cancer? What's the
I
big
don't
fucking
know,
deal?
but he just got me because I was being a dick back to him. He goes, "Can't." He goes, "How's the water?" I go, "I don't know. Just fucking jump in and try it." He goes, "Can't have lung cancer." And I was like, "God, you got me."
Yeah, there's nothing on top of that. Unless you were to say, "Well, I've got AIDS."
Which is true.
Swimming feels good.
I don't have real AIDS. I have
lung
computer AIDS.
cancer trumps AIDS, man.
Yeah,
Lung cancer trumps
yeah. I guess you can't.
Lung cancer, you die
AIDS,
quicker.
you live for fucking ever on it now.
Yeah.
And lung cancer, you Donna Summer it. She didn't even smoke. How the fuck did she?
No,
get?
she smoked.
I thought they said she never smoked.
No, there's lots of footage of her smoking. Yeah, she was a smoker.
Yeah.
Oh.
Robin Gibb, he fucking looked horrible towards the end. Mm-hmm. Not that anyone ever looks great
No.
right at the very end.
No.
Where's Farside?
He's gone to get Al Jackson.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love Robin Gibb, by the way.
Who's Robin
Who
Gibb?
doesn't? The Bee Gees.
Oh, did he just die?
Started a joke.
Did he just die?
He just died, yeah.
Yeah,
When?
Yesterday.
Oh, wow. I'd care more about that than Donna Summer. I don't
Yeah,
even
now
know
there's only
who he
one
is.
BG left. It's just B. It's just Barry.
Yeah, and what do you do at that point? I hope he does a tour like the Jacksons. Just takes it
Well,
out.
I reckon he should do like a tour where like he just straps two dummies to either side of him.
Like, who was that comedian that used to strap a football player on his back? Do you know who I'm talking about? He was like the big Christian comedian. He would put a football player on his back, and he would do this thing where he's like running down the field, and the football player's bouncing on his back, like chasing him. Have you ever seen this guy?
I want to.
My brother, we used to go to a school that was. I grew up sort of in the National Park area of Sydney, and so our school had a lot of bushland around it where you could just like when you went to playgrounds,
Full of wallaby spiders.
you could just hang out in the trees and the little caves and stuff. And the school didn't seem to care. I'm sure schools wouldn't let you do it these days, but you went into the bush and then all the kids would come back out when the bell rang, type of thing. So my brother's big trick was he used to get a rubber snake and he used to tie a bit of string to his belt and tie a bit of string to the rubber snake. And he would run out. He would run out of the bush going, "A snake's chasing me!"
That's funny.
That's a good one.
That's hysterical.
for a little kid, that's a funny joke.
A snake that is equally as fast as me is
Because
chasing
the thing
me.
is, the rubber snake really gives it like a real
Yeah.
fucking chase after you.
A rattle does?
No, but the rubber snake, because
Oh,
you're
rubber
running,
snake.
it really
I thought
looks like it's fucking
Yeah,
moving.
when you see a rattlesnake chase, I mean that thing shakes.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
back,
yeah,
The
yeah.
back end of it's up and it's just shaking.
Yeah.
I didn't know they chase you.
A snake's
Those things can
chasing
fucking-
me.
My friend Tom Toomey used to play a game when he was younger called Snakey, where he would tie a sock to a string and put the sock on the side of the road, and he would be on the other side of the road, and he would pull the string across the road when a car was coming, and the car would just see like what looked like an animal crossing the street because he would like shake it across the street, and cars would veer off the road and almost like crash and die. And that was his little trick.
It's stupid the things you do. See, my nieces just got done the other day. They're in trouble because they started just like they're like fucking 6 and 8 or something. They started getting lemons off the lemon tree and just throwing them on the next door neighbor's roof. Right? Just stupid. Like we're kids. We're bored. We're going to throw lemons on someone's roof. And so my brother rings me up and he's like, "Oh, the fucking kids are in trouble. Bloody hell, fucking have to do." And he like, I never
Is this the
realized.
cop- is this the cop
No, this
brother?
is Scotty, right? But Scotty fucking, I never realized that your parents, they don't want to discipline you, and it's a pain in the fucking ass to discipline you. You always thought that they used to enjoy it or something. And he goes, "Oh, I had to go next door and make the kids apologize and
Yeah,
say
you never
sorry."
really, you thought they enjoyed that when you were
Yeah,
younger.
but my brother was like, "Fuck, I gotta take him." And so I'm like, I can't believe these fucking kids. And I was like, "Scott, do you remember we used to just sit out the front of the house throwing water bombs at cars?" Right, which is way worse. There's one time we threw a water bomb at this car, and this guy just went over his windscreen. And the guy, I'm not going to tell you a story where he veered off the road and smashed his car, nothing that bad. He just stopped the car, walked past us, and just walked up to the door and knocked on it to get our parents. And that was just like the walk of death.
And you just
Like
sat
when
there.
we just saw that guy, he's going to it's the street. We were doing it out the front of our house, so we did it anywhere else. And then this is what your kids have been doing. And my mum, fucking, there was no fucking around with that woman if you're in trouble. And yeah, we got a good thrashing that day.
Ours was crab apples. We'd throw crab apples at cars, like from a crab apple tree.
That's way worse than a water bomb.
Yeah, trees, or like we would just.
That'll leave a dent.
Yeah. And that was the best. Like, that's when you knew you did it good, when you hear a whole bunch, like, boom, 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 boom. And then the goal was to get chased. And you wanted to get chased and run away. But I remember my cousin who was older than us, Ted Smith, saying to us all, there were like a whole bunch of younger kids. He goes, if anyone gets caught, you're on your own.
Oh.
Like, no one else was with you. You're on your own. And this one day, we all did it. We all ran away. And we all got away. Ted got caught. And he was like, it was Eddie Ift, it was Johnny Ift, it was Chip Zimmerman. He named all our names. And like, we ran all through the woods, come home, and the guy's car is in the driveway. And I was like, fuck. And just had to wait till the guy left. And then I went in. My parents were like, you got to go over to his house and apologize. I was like, for what? And they're like, oh, you dented his car. So
Scotty has a great story of when he was door knocking, and he used to door knock the same woman every day. right? On the way home from school, he used to door knock this same old bird every fucking day, right? And one time he fucking did it, and he door knocked, and as he was knocking, the fucking door opened.
Oh.
This arm grabbed his arm, dragged him into the house. This old woman had told her son, said, these young kids are fucking like that, right? And Scott got dragged in and interrogated by a 30-year-old guy. Just, Jesus, I'm so sorry. Dragged into the house.
My dad actually had to deal with me getting in trouble. So I said it earlier.
Well, you're an alcoholic, weren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is when I got sober. I got out. My dad got me a job at a car dealership because he worked in the car business. And so he got me a job washing cars. So I washed cars for a whole summer. And then when Labor Day hit at the end of the summer, they had like a mall parking lot sale where we took all our cars to a mall parking lot and had like a sale, whatever.
Well, how is that different from an actual car lot?
It isn't. But you put a sale on, and there's like 6 dealerships, so the whole the whole parking lot is full of.
Did you put the people wagons in the disabled spots?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah,
didn't matter. We had that whole side.
And so people just come because they're
people
dumb
come and buy it. Yeah, and so
sale.
and I delivered all of them and made them clean, and then said, "What if I wear my dad's suit tomorrow and just try and sell one? They're all clean. Who cares?"
And you weren't a salesman.
No, and the owner thought that would be funny, so she said, "Yeah." So the next day I showed up and I sold 2 cars, and they were like, "Fuck, all right, you're a salesman now." Yeah. So my whole senior year I was a salesman, but then towards the end of the year when everybody's partying and it was like, I fucking hate this job, and I was such an egomaniac that I thought if I quit it would disappoint them. Like me quitting would make them sad.
Yeah.
So I had my first threesome of my life the weekend before that on a family vacation.
This is the best story ever.
While you were sober?
Yeah. No, that
cars.
I didn't.
Who's ever had a sober threesome?
I never hooked up with girls until I got sober. I was such a before I got sober, I was afraid of girls, and then all of a sudden I was like, I don't know, whatever. But
maybe that's the solution for Jason.
Had a threesome, got home, my pee started burning right away, and I was like, oh fuck.
You gotta.
So I didn't know I was 17. I didn't know I could just
you
go
know
get
what
tested.
though? You take an STD on a threesome.
Yeah,
It's
especially your
worth it.
first one,
It's
especially if you're
worth
still
it.
in high school.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I go.
You don't want to take AIDS though.
No.
I want to hear the threesome story.
Well, no, it was it actually happened on a golf course in Sun River, Oregon.
This is getting better every minute.
Yeah, well, because we were kids, we couldn't like go into our house.
The sexy novel's called Hole in Two.
It is. We were on a golf course. They were cousins. Also, one of them lied and said that her name was Kathy with a C. And then when they were in the bathroom, I checked her ID real quick, and it was Kathy with a K. So they were just liars as far as I know.
What a lie.
I only had sex with one of them. The other one was just fooling around while I was having sex with the other. But
was she fooling around with you or with the girl?
Me.
No, she was juggling in the
They
corner.
never touched. There was no touching. So that makes me believe they were cousins. But so I get home and my pee burns, and I didn't know I could just go to the doctor without my parents' permission. Like I'm such an idiot. So I go tell my dad I had sex with a chick and I need to go get tested.
And he kept on high-fiving you.
Yeah.
No, my parents wouldn't even let me get sex ed. They were Christians, and they were like, "We don't want you to learn how to use condoms." This is why I have a fucking STD at this point.
Right.
They signed a form that said I couldn't get taught about condoms in health class in 8th grade. I was the only kid that couldn't go into that education thing. It was the most embarrassing. So
and what did you tell the other kids?
Where's Nick?
my fucking parents. I'm sorry. They don't. My mom said that she wants me to get married, not have sex beforehand. I don't need to know how to use condoms.
Where's
is what she told me.
They must love your act.
I was in the library. I had to read a fucking book while they were watching videos of whatever.
Pistols and stamens.
So
that just does prove how much porn's progressed. I remember going to the library and looking at those fucking health books. And just seeing that woman cut in half vagina.
yeah,
I never understood that.
Body.
I never understood
Yeah.
that vagina, and I was
Yeah.
like,
It looks like a cow's head.
yeah, and I was like, where do I fuck this?
And then like that
Which part of it do I
nothing
put
is
my
clear at this
dick in?
point.
that penis that's cut in half.
Do I
just the one testicle.
Do I put my dick in the
Do they
antler
show
part
half a penis? Yeah.
or up the
Yeah.
nose? I never knew that. That's a very good point.
They showed a half a penis, and they never drew an erect one.
No.
They was like, these are the reproductive organs, but they never showed that to reproduce, you really have to have this
At
one
some
revved
point,
up.
they showed you a boner, though.
No, and
In
the
health.
penis was always
That's what I
bigger than
missed
mine.
out on.
Way
Because
No,
they
we
used
had
the banana.
We had that. We had women putting condoms in bananas, and I don't like to be around bananas, and so it's there.
It scared you from condoms.
Yeah.
So I go and get my set. They put a Q-tip in my dick.
I've had
They
it.
do
Oh,
all
I
this.
love that one.
I had the
You-
metal Q-tip.
You scream, and then it hurts bad on the way back, and it slightly scabs up.
On the pull out. Oh
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
So I'm already wanting to quit the job, but I can't quit. So, and
What
I was
job's this? Oh, you
the
still
car
a car
dealership.
Car
yeah.
dealership.
I thought it was the groundskeeper at the golf course.
Oh no, that was on vacation. So I go into the dealership. This is when I'm waiting to hear back about whatever disease I could have. And they told me, since you had unprotected sex, it could be gonorrhea, chlamydia, herpes.
Yeah, they scared the shit
AIDS,
out of you.
HIV. They say everything, not AIDS, HIV, blah, blah, blah. So I go in and I set an appointment with the owner of the dealership that my dad was friends with that got me the job. Went into his office, broke into tears, and told him that I could not work for him anymore because I had contracted HIV. Because I slightly believed it, even though I know the chances are so small. But I just couldn't quit. So I go in there and tell him this, and I can't work for you anymore because I don't know what's going to happen with the rest of my life.
Right.
He understood me. He cried
Because you were
hugged
like,
me.
nobody wants an AIDS salesman.
Yeah, nobody. And I've got a
wants
lot
to
of
buy-
shit to deal with.
Nobody
He
wants to
hugged
buy a
you?
car from a guy with AIDS.
That's pretty impressive.
He fucking hugged me. He was. Oh yeah, back then.
I remember.
That was a lot
I
back
remember that
then.
because every time I had unprotected sex when I was like 17 to about 19, every time I had unprotected, there was like 4 or 5 occasions I got an AIDS test every time.
Every time because you don't know.
And now it's like the last time I got an AIDS test, there was literally 50 women unprotected, and I thought, I better give this a go. And I came out fucking
If you-
clean as a whistle for all
Question,
those
it's a
girls
lot
who were
harder.
wondering.
Jim, if you came up positive and there were 50 women, who would you point the finger
You
at?
remember when I got that and I kept on putting it on the fridge and stuff? I was living here the
Yeah,
last
he,
one.
he was very excited when he got
So
a
did-
negative AIDS test.
To
He was
to
more
tap-
he was more excited about his negative AIDS test than about his pilot with FX.
Because at least I knew that was real.
So I get home that night after quitting because I have HIV. Sitting at the dinner table, totally forgetting that my dad is friends with the fucking guy that I just told I had HIV to. My dad comes home from work and just sits down at the table. We're eating. And he goes, so I talked to Bob Thompson down at Nissan today. He's mentioned, Nick, that you have HIV. Do you have HIV? And I was just sitting there, I don't know, I don't think so. And he said, yeah, we'll call him right now and tell him you don't. So at the dinner table, I had to sit up and call this guy in his fucking house, tell him I don't have HIV, I just wanted to quit. And then they made me work 2 more weeks.
But I didn't think you wanted to quit. I thought you just...
No, I wanted to quit, but I was such an egomaniac. I thought it would hurt their feelings if I quit.
So he thought AIDS was
Oh,
I thought saying I had AIDS was a better way
story.
out.
it's a good way to get out of a relationship.
But it's better to just go, it's a better way to just go, I think I have it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not sure.
I told
but
him I was
think-
positive, yeah.
I think I have it.
Yeah.
yeah, but you
Looking
can't
back-
go, I've got HIV. I'm not positive, but I've got HIV.
I had the Q-tip once.
I am positive.
I had the Q-tip once, and then they told me I didn't have anything, but I kept, like, I was like, I know I have something. I know, like, I just kept, and it still was burning when I go back to the doctor and I go, I'm pretty sure I have something. And he goes, well, there's a chance that the infection's lower, like that we didn't go deep enough. And he goes like this. He goes, I'm going to need you to put your hands on the table. So I put my hands on the table. He goes, stand up. He goes, and he pulls, it's like a wooden Q-tip with the little, like the cotton swab on the end. This time he
It's a
pulls.
pull Q.
This time he pulls a metal Q-tip out that looks like much thinner. And he goes like this, we're going to need to go deeper. And I go, huh?
You didn't have anything, did you?
And he goes like this. He goes, put your hands on the table because you might pass out. And I don't need you to fall down. Like you'll fall. And I go, what? So first thing he does, before he does that, he goes, spread your butt cheeks. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, I have to check for anal warts or anything you could have. And I'm like,
I've had
but I
those.
told you. I was like, I told you.
I have had those.
I told you what the problem is, And so I spread my butt cheeks and I'm like, what the fuck? Then he goes, so I'm standing there with my hands on the table and he grabs my dick and he starts like seriously with like 2 fingers kind of jerking me off. And I go, what are you doing? And he goes, I have to make sure all the fluid's out of like your urethra. And I'm like, you're going to make fluid go in there if you keep jerking me off like that. So then I'm standing there and he stuck the Q-tip down and it was like getting the wind knocked out of you. It hurt so bad. I almost passed out. And then he tests it. Everything comes back. No, nothing. You don't have anything. And he goes, you get like your syphilis test later. Nothing. And I went home after that and peed blood for like 2 days, which they warned me. They're like, oh, you might have a little bit of blood in your urine because we scratched the inside of your urethra. But it was like, so now if a doctor goes, hey, you don't have, I don't have anything. I got you.
My doctor that's in LA right now he thinks he's really funny. He's got a lot of writers that come into him. My friend that's a writer went in and I'll tell you, I came blood and had to go in and figure out why I was coming blood.
Yeah, I've done that.
I've never come blood.
But
just a little bit, not like shots of blood, like
no,
a little
but
bit
it's like
a little bit of pink at the end. Yeah,
no, I just had like full on blood in it.
How do you do that?
No, it's just there's actually nothing wrong with you. It's just a blood vessel.
I actually made a woman feel guilty by going, I came blood for you.
Because of you. But my doctor, this other guy went in to get his prostate, like he was 40 something. He had to get checked, and he has him bend over on the table, and he gets behind him and he gets everything ready, and then right as he's putting his finger in his butt, he reaches over and whispers in his ear, I am now inserting my penis into your butt. And the guy was just like, what the fuck? And then boom, and he's just kidding. And then he had to go sit through the whole thing. But the same guy, I came blood, I have his email address. It happened at like 11:30 p.m. at night. So I emailed him, and he wrote back at like 11:35.
You email, I just came blood?
Yeah, no, I just came blood. What do I do? He wrote back at 11. He knows I'm a comedian. He wrote back at 11:35, congrats with a Z exclamation points. Obviously drunk. And I wrote back, no, seriously, I came blood. And you wrote back, oh, God, sorry. Yeah, here's a urologist number. Call him in the morning.
All right, we have to wrap this show up. It's always good to end on a coming blood.
Congrats with the Z.
Do you have anything you want to plug, Nick?
Shit. Hold on. You just put me on the spot.
Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter at Nick Thune. I'm doing Sunnyvale, California, which I'm regretting, but I'm doing it anyway. May 31st through
Don't
the
regret
3rd.
it. Heather's really nice, and it's
Yeah,
it's a
no,
good
Heather
gig.
is nice.
Yeah.
My Twitter at Nick Thune.
There's a Chipotle across.
I am improving it up. I'm doing the West Palm Beach Improv May 31st to June 2nd. San Jose Improv 8th to the 10th of June. The Brea Improv 15th to the 17th of June.
And I'm at Morty's this weekend in Indianapolis, Morty's Joke Joint or whatever it's called. And also at June 21st, I'm doing a show at Flappers at Burbank. And then my Australian tour, I've got a whole August coming up I just got, I'll give them all out next.
Also, yeah, buy the tickets for the Edinburgh Festival are on sale now.
Oh, yeah, our live show too, June 14th. Tickets are still available at Laughstub or JimandEddieTalkShit.com. Our live show June 14th at the Paris Hotel. It's going to be fun. We should have talked about it more, but
come see me in Denver in August.
Those Denver shows sell
Denver
out
Comedy
anyway.
Works. Yeah, they do.
They sell it anyway.
It's a good club.
It's a great club.
can I read Nick's bio, The Far Side Route? I feel bad he never had it.
Yeah.
Farside writes the bios for us. Here's what yours says. Nick Thune is here tonight. He's a guitar-based comedian. He jumps from show to show telling jokes and has had a few TV spots. He did a pilot for a show with Matthew Broderick a while back, but unfortunately it didn't get picked up. Sorry to bring that up. That's life. You can see him on Traffic Light and in the movie Unaccompanied Minors. Think Noon is his album that is released from Comedy Central Records. Let's let him serenade us in only a way Jason can't. Welcome to the couch, Nick and his guitar.
I heard Orny's last week. It was better than that. No, the fact that I have way more credits than Orny Adams, and the fact that you fucking made his sound better. I've been on the Tonight Show 10 times. You don't bring that up.
Do you understand? You are going to start a war with Orny now, where Orny's going to start to like.
No, I love Orny. I'm just kidding.
but you're going to get. Listen, Thune.
Oh, I hope. I haven't talked to him in a while.
By the way,
I hope he threatens me.
By the way, our fans have attacked that guy. Holy shit. That Orny. Remember the guy that Orny wrote a compliment to, and the guy didn't write back, and Orny was upset.
The actor.
Yeah. They're killing him. And Orny's like, lay off.
He blocked Talkin Shit News.
Orny did or the actor? The actor.
All right.
So he's never gonna get to talk to that guy. The second I heard you guys started, I thought that's ruining a relationship. That's burning a bridge. That's
never existed.
The opposite of how I built my career.
It never existed. All right, thank you guys.
Talking shit. Talking shit. Talking shit.